Movsar Evloev and Arnold Allen in the featherweight division. That was the call out made yesterday, and Movsar said Arnold Allen does not have a fight booked. Plenty of other fighters in this featherweight division already have a fight. The only other one is going to be Bryce Mitchell, which we will get into a little bit later. But for right now, 16-0 Russian prospect, 28 years old right there. Potentially could fight the almost undefeated, also 28-year-old Arnold Allen in London with 18 wins and 1 loss, only losing way back in the day inside of Cage Warriors. Now, this is an interesting fight. The reason is because the striking. I mean, I do think Arnold Allen is a legit grappler. He's got solid takedown defense, and he's even gotten submission wins over legit grapplers like Maz Burnell, defending takedowns on Makwan Americani, guillotines against Alan Omer and Paul Crick right there. He's got a lot of submission wins on his record, but can he stuff the takedown of Movsar Evloev is the real question. If we go over to the UFC stats, it's not going to tell us everything, but it's going to give us a little bit of what we need to know, because Arnold, of course, has not fought a grappler of the skill of Movsar Evloev. Movsar is probably a top 2, top 3 wrestler in this UFC featherweight division, but if we look at Arnold Allen's takedown defense, he has been taken down before. Against Maz Burnell a few years ago, 2018, he was taken down 6 times. Maz Burnell's nowhere near the wrestler of Movsar Evloev. Even right here against Makwan Americani, not that good of a wrestler, but a pretty good grappler, was able to take him down 4 times. I'm not saying it's going to be a domination, but I think with how close the striking is going to be in this fight, I think those takedowns are really going to come in handy for when the fight does hit the judges' scorecards. Because striking wise, Arnold, I would say, has the power advantage. Movsar, I think, has similar volume to Arnold, but I think I'll give Arnold a slight edge on the feet because he's going to land the harder shots and the bigger shots, get the woos, the wows in the crowd and things like that. But again, it really is going to come down to what the judges think. Are they going to value the harder shots that Arnold is landing on the feet? Or are they going to value the takedowns, the ground and pound, the submission attempts of Movsar Evloev on the ground? So it's a tough fight. It is, in my opinion, probably one of the most 50-50 fights for Movsar Evloev right now. Because if you go any higher, I have Movsar losing to most of the guys in the top 5. But Arnold is such a tricky fight because he hasn't been taken down in forever. I mean, we looked at the stats a little while earlier. The last time he's been taken down was 2018. That was 4 years ago. But again, in those 4 years, Arnold has never fought a grappler or wrestler on the level of Movsar Evloev. So it is tough. It is a very, very tough prediction to make. And we're doing an early prediction for it, but it could definitely change. I'm going to go Movsar Evloev. Early prediction. The reason being is his striking looks very on point on Dan Ige. If the Dan Ige fight did not happen and say the fight got canceled with Dan Ige, and then we get a fight scheduled with Arnold Allen, I'd probably go Arnold Allen to win. But now that we've gotten to see how much Movsar Evloev's striking has improved, how much elusiveness, how much speed and power he has on his pops, the overhands, the flying knees and things like that, he's a very creative striker, and we've always known him to be more of a wrestling type of fighter. So I'm going to go Movsar. Is not the most confident pick in the world by any means, given how close of a fight it is. I'm going to go Movsar. Evloev to beat Arnold Allen. But it's one of those, if the fight is in London, Arnold can win the fight on the judges' scorecards, just based off of the London crowd, giving the oohs, the ahs, on the strikes landing from Arnold Allen. But it is an exactly 50% fight. Like, it could literally go either way. I can flip a coin, and that's who's going to win the fight. It's going to come to the judges' scorecards, definitely. Arnold's not going to knock him out. Movsar's not going to TKO him. It's going to go the distance, and it is going to be a very, very close fight. Movsar Evloev by split decision.